What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It is 7 o'clock in my time zone, and I already started changing into my T-Boz creep pajamas. I should be frying plantains, cooking the rest of my dinner, but of course, Jenelle happened, so here we are. Radar Online just broke the news that there's a massive police report involving Teen Mom 2 star Jenelle Evans and a man who's claiming that she actually pulled out a gun on him over a road rage incident in front of her young son, Jace, who, as we all know, has already seen way too much in his young life. According to Radar Online, Jenelle Evans called 911 just this past Thursday, April 26, and told the police that a driver, and I quote, purposely slammed the brakes on her. And in the midst of reporting this incident, she conveniently forgot to mention the fact that she had a gun on her and allegedly pulled it out on this man over the road incident in front of her son, Jace. In the police report obtained by Radar Online, the man is claiming that this is the series of incidents. They had a big kind of thing going on the road, and then she, I guess, followed him home, hit his truck, and ran over his mailbox as well, and then whipped out her gun on him. Absolutely crazy to even think about. The report says, and I quote, a crazy lady, guys, that's Jenelle, followed him home to his house and she's fixing to get shot. She was driving, blocking traffic. He tried to pass her on the inside like everybody else and she flipped out. In the report filed by the deputy, apparently the guy, when Jenelle was pulled up to his place, yelled to bring it on, and then the suspect, Jenelle, hit two vehicles in the yard and then pulled out the gun as well. The man is quite obviously and rightfully pushing for Jenelle to be charged in this outrageous road rage incident, but Jenelle's counter report says that she was the victim, alleging that she was tailgated the whole way and she had Jace in the car with her because he was at therapy, and she's also claiming that the man got in front of her and slammed on the brakes while they were going 70-something miles an hour, and it almost caused Jace whiplash by whipping him forward so much. She also claimed that the braking was so sudden and so harsh and so quick that her phone whipped across the car and she had to use her son Jace's phone to make that 911 calling, and that the man was swerving in and out of traffic like some sort of lunatic. I'm really hoping that her local county takes this absolutely seriously, and I'm sure they will, especially considering a gun is involved and a young child witnessing it is involved, and she allegedly also followed him to his home, like indicating that this was just like another level of crazy. It's not like an in the moment I'll whip out my gun because I'm threatened. It was like I'm following you home and I'm whipping out a gun on you level of crazy. And I feel like in the next couple of weeks we're going to be seeing a mugshot with Jenelle's face on it, and that is just crazy to think that, what is this going to be, her 18th mugshot or something like that, 16, 17, 18th or something. It's just so crazy for her to be only like mid-20s and just having such a bad rap sheet. And even more astounding is the fact that she's able to legally hold a gun and be licensed to have a gun. One thing that's really ironic about this is that just a couple of weeks ago, she was sharing a lot of pro-NRA like videos and posts about how people with guns in America are being stereotyped as being like gun-toting and ignorant, when they're just, you know, family people who are trying to protect their families. They're responsible gun owners. It's just so funny how quickly something like this will be brought to light about her, because according to my Instagram, she posted that just 4 weeks ago, and according to this article, this happened just last week, making it 3 weeks between her posting about being a responsible gun owner and how gun ownership should have a different rap than it currently does, and her doing this kind of bullshit. As you all know, Nathan's mom, Doris, has been in a custody battle with Jenelle over her son, Kaiser, that she shared with Nathan, obviously, and it seems like she had been letting up, but I really hope that this allows her to ramp up and go full force when it comes to seeking custody of Kaiser, because Jenelle obviously is not right in the head and is not a responsible parent in the slightest bit. And not only that, I hope that this is the final straw for MTV and that they finally fire Boo Boo the Fool, because you know what? Farrah got fired for participating in adult videos. They said that was bad for their image. It's not what they're trying to promote. But Jenelle's got this like wall of mugshots. It's in the double digits of mugshots, and somehow that is acceptable. She's kidnapped her child on camera. That is acceptable. She's nodded off to heroin on camera. That's okay. All the, like, everything else she's done with the weed and stuff like that is totally acceptable for some reason or another. But her husband got, rightfully so, fired for his homophobic, transphobic rants. And for some reason, Jenelle went on a similar tirade like the other week, and she didn't get fired. So what is going to be the straw that breaks MTV's camel back when it comes to Jenelle Lauren Evans? If this doesn't do it, I honestly do not know what will. To me, from the outside looking in, it is absolutely astounding that someone with a criminal record such as Jenelle's, that includes drugs, violence as well, if I'm not mistaken, like she's also got like a host of mental health problems. Not only is she somehow a candidate for like legal gun ownership, but she also feels like she could be the poster child for responsible gun ownership, for gun ownership to protect your family, a family that, you know, she clearly does not value very much, considering the fact that she is a piss poor parent. And just like a big glaring example of her piss poor parenting is the fact that her child, Jace, was sitting in the front seat in the middle of all of this. Jace is not old enough, and I'm pretty sure he does not weigh enough, just by looking at him, to be sitting in the front seat. And I do hope that the police officers take that into account as well when they figure out if and what to charge her with, because there seems to be a whole host of issues here, from following the man, allegedly damaging his personal property, the mailbox, and pulling out the gun, especially in front of her child, a child who was in the front seat when he shouldn't have been in the front seat. All of this is just such a hot ass mess. MTV, if you do not do anything about this and fire her, or issue a statement or something, issue a statement about how she's disgusting and reprehensible, you truly do not give a shit about the children on your show. This is all about them just being like zoo animals for you. This is all about the mighty coin. You've already shown that by not firing Jenelle for the same things that you fired her husband David for, but this is going to be the nastiest display of you not giving a shit about these children or anyone on this show outside from the almighty dollar ever. Well, you guys, I've ranted about Boo Boo the Fool long enough. I am far more interested to hear what you have to say about everything, so please make sure to leave all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. Before we do that, let's pray and hope that Barbara really pushes to limit Jenelle's contact with Jace in the midst of all of this. First of all, it was unnecessary for Jenelle to even tell the cop that they had come from therapy. Like, that was absolutely irrelevant to the story. But second of all, just considering the fact that Jace is in therapy, remember, he's in therapy because he's shaken up by her husband. He's already experienced too much and witnessed too many fights between her and her mom. So she picked him up from there and brought him into like the wild west. Barbara, I really hope you limit his interaction with Jenelle, because it just keeps getting worse and worse for that poor boy who deserves far better. Back to the outro. You can also like this video, subscribe for more. Feel free to share it with your friends as well, and follow me across social media, where I absolutely love chatting with you. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time as I go fry my plantains, y'all.